cars are made by scratch, right? Like these are, none of these are like kits. Each one of these cars are made.
These guys are modified. They're real deal.
Right.
next group's coming on.
keep the same set of tires?
Not necessarily.
Or do you assume you're going to go through at least a set?
Well, you're probably just going to hot lap with set of tires to just kind of get some bite in it. Depending on where you're at in your heat race, you will have a different set of tires for your heat race compared to your feature race. So I thought most of these guys were probably going to go out and around the sprint cars outside.
Okay. That's why there's not that many trailers in the center. Right. Also,
A
okay.
lot of them park outside. I'd probably pick one of these days because usually the big guns come out after. They're not usually the first one. They come out later. So they don't have those slangers that wore off. You can tell by the way they sounded. They were.
Well, it was the second batch that came out. You could smell a different smell.
Oh yeah, that's these guys. They're definitely on alcohol.
Oh, yeah, here they go. I thought I saw one of them pushing that earlier.
Okay.
But I was like,
nah.
No, I thought I saw it like back. I was like, no, maybe I just, because I didn't see any other ones, but here they are. You ever drove those? No, no. Not no steel around you.
I've seen these guys wreck.
Oh, I seen. Well, the one time I was here, I think one of them was it was like, Brah! And I was like, oh yeah, that's done. Keep going.
And it's just like they just touch each other.
Right, and that's what it was. That's what it was. And one of them went blip in the wall and was like, it's done. Keep going. Yeah, there's a different adrenaline rush on driving one of those. And that's like driving a little smart car.
With a big block in it. Because these things are actually about that. That's only about, I think there's only 1,200 pounds of metal plus the engine that's in there. So they're under 2,000. That's under 1,800 pounds with a driver. And they're, it's really stupid. So they're kind of class. It's one of the reasons why I don't particularly. One of the reasons why I don't like these guys. They're all push starts.
That's what it is. So if it happens to die in the middle of the race, too bad.
Yeah, just it'll be a caution. I'll have to go back out and get them.
Push it over.
And the first guy that gets it, there's no stopping them. You can't stop them. It's in and out box. It's a neutral or drive.
Okay.
No reverse. So when they, and there's no clutch, basically. This is just now the modified to a race out here. I know you drove a clutch before, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay. I think I told you that before. It's not like a standard clutch. First and reverse has a clutch to it, but not direct drive. And for first gear, you can put it in first gear and start it up and do whatever you want to your car. It's not going anywhere until you push the clutch. You're pushing the clutch faster. So if you start moving, you're going to go hard as you can so the clutches don't slip. You don't want to feather it. If you're going to go, you're going to go, right? And when you go to drive, you're going to let off the gas and the clutch at the same time and put it right into direct. And there's no clutch. It's a straight shaft from the engine through the flywheel, through the transmission, to the rear end. There's no it's hooked up. So if they spin out and stop in the middle of it, if they get bumped out of gear, they'll have to come out and push start and rock the car to get it out of gear before it gets started. Because it won't push start. They're modified or late models. They won't have late models. They're having these guys. So. Yeah.
You saw that too, huh?
Yeah, they're like, oh, wow.
I mean,
You really want to race?
yeah. Or, maybe that's his uncle, or, something, What's a pot if you win a race?
These guys are probably $1,500. Well, they probably have $50,000.
Well,
yeah.
That's what sponsors are for. Right? Hopefully.
That's another reason why now these guys are probably B-mods. Yeah, these are going to be a B-mod.
What was your car? Or is your car?
I raced an E-mod that I missed. I moved over to the E-mod bike because it's almost cheaper. Because less than the E-mod bike. have to be over speed.
Make sure nothing's not
Yeah, it's got to be legal to collect.
make sure they're not has those special tires on.
You gotta make weight.
Yeah.
It's a real, especially like with the D-modified, you have to be like after the race, you can't be any less than 24 or 23, depending on what engine you got. With the driver and the motor.
In the mud.
So you got
I like that, in the mud.
You got a plan on how much fuel it's going to take. So you need to be as light as you can to go as fast as you can. You still make weight in the race. If they have 5 or 6 cautions, you're burning extra fuel. You don't sound like much, but 7.5 pounds a gallon of fuel.
Next group of cars coming out of the speedway right now.
They'll draw a pill draw to see who winds up left the heat race, and then
Jake Klein with a 15,664, that's it. Air Canada at 12th. Steve Finstad in the 15th. Burton Collier 22nd fast right now. There was Chris Masters, he was 4th that time out. Hot lap session. Next group of cars down on the speedway.
Oh.
Not even a minute. They're probably running like a 1200cc motorcycle. Feet on the ground. What came out of that white car? Official gonna go out soon. The cars all come in. He's gonna go this deal or what's he doing? You're gonna let him keep driving over top of it?
Yeah, I don't think they saw it. I don't think they did.
Yeah, there he is.
I'm Mike Sanger, Automotive Sportsman for the Hot Lap sessions here tonight.
I was like, I don't know what it is, but they definitely, you don't want that out there.
Chuck Davis is third. Dennis Rawl right now in fourth. Here comes another group of lights out in the lap session here tonight.
Now, is there any drivers that have a big car and then decide to have a little one too, just for shits? You don't.
rumble showed you that fact. And it really looks cool when they got her all pulled up and the left front standing up in the air and it sounds like it's really wound up. Except watch the fastest guy.
Yeah, right on.
All four tires are on the ground. He's just like on rails. And this other guy, tires hanging up wide open. The other guy's walking away from him.
Gotta keep all four in the ground. Oh,
They're probably going to line up out
yep.
They're going to line up out here for the anti-anthem during the flight.
I like it.
I need to rest my dad for morning, otherwise my heart goes. Hey, how are you?
All right, again, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us once again here at the I-55 Federated Auto Parts Raceway Park. Glad to have you with us here on this beautiful evening. We're going to get to stage for some great competitive racing with us. The model with this is 305 IMCA Race Saver Sprint car. Always fun. The ever popular dirt car UMVA modified. Then we got our B modified with us here tonight as well. So going to be a great night. Matt Steiner Sportsman. We've got a Matt Steiner Locksmith 4-cylinder with us tonight. And some Crown Vic cars. Trying to get that thing kicked off and rolling with us here at the I-55 Federated Auto Parts Raceway Park. All right, ladies and gentlemen, are you folks ready to get the show rolling with us here tonight?
Yeah!
All right, well, if everybody could please rise. Gentlemen, remove your hats if you would, please. I'm going to hand it over to this young man tonight to bring you tonight's invocation.
Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for the great night of weather for racing here at I-55. Lord, thank you for Josh Carroll for buying this racetrack. Lord, thank you for all the racers and great fans we here have at I-55. Lord, thank you for the concession workers preparing great food. Lord, thank you for the bartenders for serving cold beer, Pepsi products, and energy drinks. Lord, thank you for Matt Picado for keeping our water flowing here at I-55 Raceway. Lord, thank you for Bobcat for all they do for us, bringing equipment, making sure they're here every Saturday night, watching some of the greatest racing around. Lord, thank you for Dan Altroff for holding all of our rock here at I-55 Raceway. Lord, thank you for Matt Edler, bringing all of his sponsors here at I-55 Federated Auto Raceway Park. Lord, thank you for Imperial Bull, so in the winter we can get together with racers and fans and enjoy our time together and have fun. Lord, thank you for Mizuko Electric for keeping the lights on here at I-55 Raceway. Lord, thank you for all of our sponsors, past and present, to make us a premier racing facility here in the Midwest. Lord, thank you for Jimmy Deering, for all his humor on the race receivers for our racers. Lord, thank you for Flying A coaches and trailers for helping us push our sprint cars every time they're here. Lord, thank you for Robbie Jacobak for bringing 10 mod lights here to I-55 Raceway, 7 of them he owns. Lord, thank you for life itself. In Jesus' name, everybody said, Amen.
All right, with that, tonight, we're going to have a special guest up here in the tower. She's going to be pulling double duty with us tonight and going to be, first off, start the night off. We've already hot lapped. And now you're going to try to sing the national anthem for us. Ladies and gentlemen, Holly Palmer. Please turn your attention to turn number 1. She's going to sing tonight's national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give this young lady a big round of applause.
Yeah.
Great job here tonight with us, Holly. Thanks again. All right, race fan, you ready to make a little bit of noise tonight as you drive? We're getting ready to crank things up here with us tonight. So, folks, if you would, make some noise. Let me know you're here. Oh, really? Can you do a little bit better than that? One more time. Let me know you're here. There we go. Make a little bit of noise. Is that all right with you, Mr. McKennedy? That's what we like to hear, some noisy folks here today, Stan. Yes. So, we're going to get settled in.
I asked him why he scooted over away from me. I scooted over on Saturday. Funny, man. I know why you scooted over.
All right, getting ready to make their way onto the track for the first four heat races tonight for the dirt car. UNB Modifieds, A-Modifieds that is, so tighten down those harnesses and we're going to get ready for some fast and furious action from the dirt car, UNB Modifieds. Cars now starting. Next round of speedway real quick. Hey, you see Matt Edler's car out there. Faster House Funds Lending, Faster House, Magnolia Real Estate, True Title Company, New Chapter Homes, London Point Realty. Thank you, all you great folks, for joining us here at the I-55 Federated Auto Parts Raceway Park with us tonight. And Matt Edler, thank you for bringing them all out and joining us all together. Inside row number 2 out of Mount Airy City, Missouri, the 29 car of Chris Walden. Then outside of him, a 14C car out of Huntsville, Missouri. They call him the Destroyer.
When I was racing at Montgomery all the time, here's where I get gigantic amounts of motorcycles.
Out of Farmington,
Because
Missouri,
at racing at 45 cars,
it's going to be Gary Groves.
24
Outside of him, number 2 machine. Out of Imperial, Missouri, that's going to be
important to do very
Richard.
well at each race. Otherwise, you get lined up for a semi
inside. Oh,
to
that's
be able
going
to
to be
get you
good.
back to a feature.
There's a little feet out.
Once I got the feature race, and then the feature selection, then you had fun. This was like,
Football. How about that? The Cruiser back behind the A-Modified tonight. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you. All for sponsors. Flying game coaches and trainers. I have them on the Cruiser Bowl.
next time around, they're going to start racing.
Yeah.
Midwest Sports Center, this year, so that's excavated. Volvo's the solution. Excavated.
that guy's purple light shirt on, so I knew there was something.
Racing action.
Oh, debris up there.
Yeah.
In race number 1
Yeah, I saw whatever fly that way. I didn't see that guy spin off.
3 laps in the books. 5 to go here in number 1. In Molly Smith Jr. showing the way over Fritz Ballin. Rick Canard. Now coming here. Rose. Ball and Rose. Now that line back up. In on the red car, double foul restart, should be out front by himself. Chris Ballin getting to high low on this race. I know it's like he's going to choose low by 51 outside.
Why did two of the cars that came out with everybody else go back in? I mean, they went out that way. They came out there, but they went.
Hot special, 305 sprint car. Beam out, working force on the
This must be a new car. Just started the back of it.
subject to 12. Late model. Friday and Saturday night. Friday and Saturday night, 20,000
job, but that always makes me nervous. The guy is out there.
He's gonna make him go above him to pack the track in up there. It's getting kind of ratty looking.
Yeah.
Doing.
Yeah.
They're trying to pack that in so they got a better line.
Keep that cushion from up there. Chainsaw Ricketts. How about that? That's a good one.
Made that look easy though. With a handle, I thought that one was gonna get past him. Last it. Nope.
Yeah.
All right, all you folks there on the back straightaway, give a little love.
I mean, I'm okay.
Number 3,
I mean, if you-
Steve Meyer Jr.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
But being pushed onto the speedway now, looks like there could be our IMCA Race Saver 305 sprint car here tonight. Here's your lineup for heat number 1. Starting on the inside of row number 1 of that 47K machine out of Farmington, Missouri, it'll be Brady King. Outside of him, the 8S machine coming out of Farmington as well. That's going to be Steve Short. Row number 2 on the inside, the 00 car out of O'Fallon, Missouri. That'll be Matt Fair. Outside, the number 70 machine out of St. Louis, Missouri. That's going to be Dick Palazzolo. Number 7, Chevy House, St. Louis, enjoy the 70. Number 3 on the inside. From Taylorsville, Kentucky. Driver number 67B, that's going to be Dylan Baldwin. Outside ahead, number 83, all the way from Terre Haute, Indiana. That's going to be Carson Dillon. Back in the row, number 4 by himself in the number 94 car. Out of Edwardsville, Illinois, that'll be Jordan Clary. Race far. The IMCI Race Series Field 5 Sprint Car. We did not delay the racing the sprint car right here it is. Thank you to those who are honoring Motorsports. Coaches and trailer. We got that big food truck out there with us here tonight. Thank them for being part of everything here at the I-55. Good and lot of fun to make a part. For the IMCA Race Series Sprint Car Series tonight. 7 cars strong. Waiting the field. Beautiful sprint truck race tonight. He gets over on the back straightaway. You'll see him dart off into the infield. That'll land the field over at the end of the flag on Craig Halbrook tonight. He'll decide whether he gets to go green. Next time on turn 4 when they hit the start zone. Where they have been designated to start from here in the first. Hit the proper start zone over turn number 4. So we'll rack and stack them again one more time. Give him another shot. We're going to go right back at it, looks like. The guys been told over the radio, so here we go. We'll keep an eye on it. He's going to be carrying 8
They got a water in it.
Oh, all right, thank you.
Comes over the pit spot. Jordan clearing in 6th. Matt Fairmount is out in 7th. Well, there's your winner. Taking it out the outfit area. Put your hand together for Brady King.
Woo! They don't have them do a flag because they don't stop. Yeah, I know that now. I never understood why it is never.
That's why they pushed on it.
Well, it would push them, but you said once they're going, they're going. Yeah, that's why. Like over there, they slow down enough for them to be able to grab the flag. Well, they don't slow down enough. They just keep going.
Okay.
All makes sense now. Is it personal preference if you get bars in the front on your hood or not? Like some cars have them. Some cars don't.
They're there on all of them, depending on. Some are bigger than others.
I see.
That is their front bumper is required for tow truck purposes. Some are mine was like this one.
Right.
Here.
I've seen that one. I'm like,
Yeah. Another one was like a little bar here.
just personal preference.
The push bar, like it's on the front of mine, is when you're running up somebody's ass all the time. Because the other one, you're under their butt before your bumper or whatever. And the next thing you know, he's up on the top of your hood.
We determined the 50-minute lineup here a little later on tonight. We got a stack from that, down to that straightaway, determine the winner. Steven Fitzgerald comes out of the 6 box. Inside of row 1 of that 21 car. Comes to his Crystal City, Missouri. They're calling hot sauce. It's Cody Shan. Outside of him, the 14T machine. That's going to be Mr. St. Louis, Missouri, Joe Patrick. Row number 2 on the inside, out of Smithton, Illinois, driving the 25X car. That'll be Kyle Helmick. Outside of him, the number 19 car. From Minnesota, Missouri, that's going to be Chris Master.
I think the 18 car got a bad fill valve in the back, but look ready to go forward. Let's let it go.
Blue 77.
Yeah, not the same 18 cars.
That's just people being too far in the corner or in the inner circle. Because some of them seem like they're like right there, but
He was on the brakes too hard too late. They're on the brakes too late in the corner. When they're on their brakes, they should be already off their brakes and just the crossline. Unless they're on the throttle too hard and too hard in the corner, you know what I'm saying? Yes, something around there.
Because that's the guy that just won, right? Yeah. So what happens if the weight's not right? Does the next guy get it?
Call him a DQ. Disqualified. A DQ disqualified.
2 spot. Aaron Canterbury up in 3rd. Brian Wilson, Brian Vincent, please, in the 4th spot.
This is I-55 Raceway. No, this is Peevely, Missouri.
There's a transponder that zip tied in the back axle.
So it's not who goes past the first.
Well, it is. That's what they count. That's what they do up there. The counters are back here, but they'll go anything. You know what I'm saying?
So until that back is through, even if the front of your car is that.
I mean, that's what they do up there in the stand. They're going to see the rest of the line first. The counters are going to pass it back. Okay. Up here on the scoreboard.
Okay, gotcha.
All right, there's Jeff Laban. Gary Radiker's on the outside here, number 70.
Oh, minor towing. There you go.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands
Yes, you
together.
can.
For your winner, the race for the backside on Motorsports, but it's Lee Snoopy.
Most of these guys are all sportsmen racing for a long time. Some of these guys, like Rusty Rimbaugh,
It looks like coming on the speedway now. It's going to be IMCA Fun Light. He race for us here tonight.
multiple racing in different classes.
A couple of heat races for the IMCA Mod Light. Going on the road under one on the inside, the 29K car. Comes to us out of Grandview, Iowa. That's Dan Keltner. Outside of him, that's his Missouri drives number 8 car. That is Dylan Nager. Car number 2 on the inside, the 65 car out of Kokomo, Indiana. That'll be Joe Boyle. Outside of him in the 8Z car, from Finn, Missouri, it's John Lehigh. Car number 3 on the inside, the number 10 car. From Texas, Missouri, it'll be Dayton Kulik. 8 laps lead the distance. Here in the first of 2 heat races for the Mountain Lights with us here tonight. Nice look.
All that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, top 5, but the number on the upper right with the green light.
Yeah.
Tells you how many
Gentlemen,
laps
picking
are
up the
left.
win. What's that earlier? He comes out of Grand.
I've been looking up there and I've been counting myself, and sometimes I'm off. Okay.
Dan Kilner.
You get some multiple cautions. You go, what lap?
Yeah,
That's
50 personnel right here on the front straightaway, so goes hand in hand by this young lady. Mix it up a little bit. Maybe you can get another, maybe she'll have the winning ticket. Goes in one. Alright, here's your lineup for heat race number 2 for the ICMI Lodge. Missouri, 47, it's Ed Griggs. Outside of him, the number 2 machine out of Tustin, Missouri. This is going to be Robbie Jakubic, Jr. Row number 2 on the inside. From Hillsboro, Missouri.
I don't guess they saw that thing fly out over there.
Hammer down, that's Trey Harris. Outside of him, the number 52 car. Comes out of Farmington, Missouri. That's
Trey
gonna be
Harris is a
Matt
modified
Boyd.
racer, too. The real one.
Back in the final row by himself in the 54 car out of Colchester, Illinois.
Yeah, it is.
That'll be
I mean, I guess you do the same thing again and again. Like, why not?
And then 88 laps will be the distance. Here's
Like
the
Michael
model
Jordan going from the
number 2.
basketball to the baseball. Try something different. And then go back.
You know,
No,
nice slow pace in the turn 3 and 4. Michael Mann will be 4th, and Matt Boyd right out of your top 5. Ladies and gentlemen, driving that 57 car out of Hillsboro, Missouri, the Butane Drilling number 57 car. Put your hand together for heat race number 2 winner. This is Trey Hammer Down Harris.
Hey!
All right, folks, you can see you now. Make some noise for Trey Harris. Like it's time for a little 4-cylinder action here tonight.
These are always fun.
And the rule is it just has to be a 4-cylinder?
specific. It can't be any bigger. It has to be naturally aspirated, no turbocharged. That's why you see a lot of Dodge Neons and Toyotas.
All right, here we go. Lineup for the heat race for Alexander Locksmith.
You can only do certain things to those engines. You can't modify those engines very
Ryan
significantly.
K. Outside the 17R, that'll be Stephanie Ray. From the on the inside, 987 car. That'll be Emmett Fortune. Outside in the number 56, it'll be High Lad. Ronald Flynn on the inside, the number 46, that'll be Corey Belton. Outside the 78 car, it'll be Eric Corsick. Ronald 4 on the inside, the 71, that'll be Wyatt Hand. Outside number 70 will be Brian Stump. All the cars will transfer into the main event here tonight. And the Max Lander Automotive 4 cylinders. Six laps will be the distance in this one. In the lineup, feature lineup will be decided by passing points.
This may be a female.
Starting back, you work your way up. Make, I don't know, say 1.5 feet, something like that. Yes, sir. In those extra points, you actually pull while you're self ahead of the same winner that starts on the front row pole.
Moody's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, it was out earlier when there was light, when there was still light out. I don't know if you saw that. It was out earlier, yeah.
Make it out here on the speedway, from what I understand. Number 7 car. Missing right now.
There it is. Why not, right?
All right, get your hands in the air. The 50-50 works now. Working right around the grandstands. Get a little bit of moment here in a little bit. Make your way up to the concession area. Give mom and the girls up there in concession. Some of the 2026 I-55 Federated Auto Parts Raceway Park flag up there. I've seen some pullback cars, some late models, and some stock cars, and some sprint cars, some pullbacks for the kids that like them. All right, the field being stacked and wrapped here. We're getting ready to What do you think, Craig? Was that one a little bit close there, buddy? On that start there, my friend. I kind of started to see you kind of stumble on it.
I kind of thought that was going to be a restart. There was really
Yeah.
passing there.
Yeah. I thought that looked a little close. Like everybody.
All right. Horses will get back into the field. We'll get this thing kick the green flag in the air here in our heat race for the Max Lander Locksmith 4-cylinder heat race tonight. Number 987 car in the field. Something must be up high on that one. That's the crowd that's lined up. So they'll be next. The Max Lander Locksmith 4-cylinder. Number 1 about to go green next time. Yellow light's still flashing, so I don't know. We're going to go at least one more trip around. The yellow light's still flashing down in the corner.
A little quad came out and grabbed something from over there.
Number flags dead. Comes the number 70 car, hold through the pit area. Don't have to drop that rascal through to catch up here. There we go, number 70. All right, we're going to get on the field. Finishes fifth. All right, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. Now concentrate away the winner.
That was an interesting group.
Piedmont, be made to staging, please. Piedmont, be made to staging, please. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we see you on the speedway now. If you want to get into an entry-level racing, you just say you don't want the four-cylinder, you want to get a car, it's safer, whatever it is. This is the Crown Vic class. You need to get hold of some people, get you one of these cars built, come out and join us and have some fun.
You said earlier they're trying to get this started here.
I know, but I never heard this before. Probably what they used to call bombers, which is actually a strip stock car, regular car, doors welded together, not fiberglass body, in the strip, and that was a bomber.
How do you talk to them? Says they have a ton of fun.
I don't know if I've ever seen a race with just two cars.
27 car comes to us out of St. Louis, Missouri. That's a newer one, Matt Fletcher. The 27 car. Chuck Johnson made the behind the wheel of the number 66 machine. There we go, nice slow start.
It's literally just two Crown Vics drag racing. I mean, yeah, drag racing, but you know what I mean?
And there was number 27. Chuck Johnson still leading. 66 machine.
You just gotta find yourself a Crown Vic.
Number 27.
I don't know if it really has to be a Crown Vic. It just has to be a. I
Be
don't
my
think.
man, you should be in
I don't know if
stadium.
there's
Be
any
my
Crown Vics
man,
left
you
out
should
there.
be in
Yeah.
stadium.
Well, okay, that's what all cop cars used to be, right? But, I mean,
Yeah.
a while back, but yeah.
Hey, Craig. Mr. Craig, can you hear me there, buddy? On that 66 car, I kind of noticed a little bit as he's coming down this front straightaway. Can you have him track the juke on that thing? Ladies and gentlemen, Chuck Johnson, winner of the Crown Vic E-Race. There's one of the 50-50 ladies right there selling tickets down there. Come on, get your hands in the air. I see one right up there with his hand in the air, young lady. What did you say? You did like 250? Is that what it was?
This is what's probably, if I remember the cars correctly, this is going to be a semi.
Oh, all right.
And they're taking the probably top 2
I'm
or
sorry.
3, maybe 4 max.
His hand in the air, young
Go in
lady.
the back of the main race.
That's unbelievable. All right, here is your lineup for the big main for the Mighty V Modified. Starting on the inside of row number 1, it'll be the 21E of Chris Evans. Outside of him, the number 50B, that's going to be Hayden Booth. Row number 2 on the inside, 32S car, that'll be Draymond Shaw. Outside the number 18C, that'll be Murphy Collier. Row number 3 on the inside, the 12A, that's the big outside of him, the 23B, that'll be Holly Palmer. Row number 4 on the inside, that'll be the 2110. Outside the number 55, Joe Patrick. That looks like you made the call. That's the lead man down, I see. 10. An update coming, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to take 6 cars, or intended to take 6 cars out of this one. 57, we scheduled it. We're going to take a move all of these guys into the main event here tonight. Made for the B-Mod.
Wonder how that was determined.
Huh?
I said I wonder how that was just determined.
Because they didn't have enough to finish this, and I think they were looking for 8 cars. They're going to take the top 6. 2 of them dropped out, and we're going to take them all in.
Okay. That's why they're okay. I was like,
Now,
wait.
I know if it's, I don't know if you heard it, these races from the heat race are lined up for the feature race, but it's not always by the guy that wins. It's called passing points.
Okay.
Okay, so if you started on the inside row, front row on the pole for the heat race and took off and won the whole race, if the guy started 8th and passed everybody and ran 2nd, he would make more points than you.
Okay, I mean, makes sense.
So they call that passing points. You get X amount of points
So
for the spot you were in, and X amount of points for passing each spot.
So the
They
two,
had 'em all there, yeah.
so the two that dropped out, the math just doesn't.
They're right.
It didn't math, and they're like, yeah, screw it.
We'll just take them all.
Yep. Okay.
Well, you know what, ladies and gentlemen, just got talking with another member of the I-55 Federated Auto Parts team here. You know, we're talking about a good entry level into racing, if you like, with the V8s and the big cars and the Crown Vics. Mike, how do we build one? Let's let these folks know a little bit more about how to build one of these things and get involved in a Crown Vics.
Kind of throws you back to the old days where you go to the junkyard and you buy yourself a car, a Crown Vic, like a Lincoln Town Car or what else one, and you get in, your marquees. You get in and you take out the glass, you pull the interior out, and pull the headlights and taillights out, and then you stop and figure out how you're going to build the cage.
Now, can we do anything to the motors, or we just got to leave them pretty much completely alone?
Yeah, they're pretty much completely alone. It's just a beginner class. It's a starting class that is coming up. We had 2 here tonight. We've had 6 or 7 or 8 at times. And it's a great opportunity. If you don't want the 4-cylinder little car to build, it's the same kind of way.
Right.
You take it apart, and this one they've kind of kept the rules a little bit tighter and a little bit better. As long as it's safe in the cage, that's the safety's number 1 here at Federated on the First Raceway Park. Doesn't take much, Tom. You might have a neighbor who's got one sitting in the weeds, the grass growing around.
True. You know, spend $100 getting the motor running. No depth in the wheel.
It has to be a stock wheel that's on the Crown Vics. Take off the hubcaps. I think that's mentioned in the rule book. You gotta take the hubcaps off. But we've had them up with people with interceptors. Put the squad lights on the top.
Oh, we have, haven't we?
It's right
Radios
there.
are optional.
The black thing. Pick it up.
Yeah, jam it out, jam at the same time. Yeah, it's great. It's a great beginner class, and it's easy. I mean, you got somebody that can weld, and you got somebody that can bend some pipe, and you got some guys in your favorite beverage, and sit down and put one together. It's not that time consuming. You can have a car gutted out in the night.
Oh, without a doubt. You know, we got some good tools out there.
A lot easier to take stuff out than put stuff in.
To help that thing happen. I'm trying to think whatever else that I can think of in this. Just kind of takes me way back to my beginning days, like you said, getting the car out. The first one I ever did, when I got it one, we didn't have plasma cutters yet. Somebody
Use that old chisel.
Yeah.
For those days.
Yes, sir. And if you had a Sawzall, you were really lucky. That helped a little bit.
Yeah. And air chisel was even better, but it still was a pain.
It was easier to get electric than it was air at the time, but always fun things to do with these race cars, without a doubt, you know.
And what's so cool about them, if you look at most of them, they don't have sponsors on it. They're thanking their friends that helped them build them. And it's inexpensive. You take a spray can to paint them, or you can have a spray can and do it in the backyard or in your garage, or you have a buddy that has a body shop that says, hey, let me paint and spray it for you.
And there again, I don't know if you got to hear me, I was telling Craig that when Chuck Johnson was buying his 66 car, I said, Craig, let's check the droop on that car just for the heck of it, you know. Because he was drooping pretty good going in that back straightaway. So.
Yeah, I noticed he was wiggling pretty good too. He probably needs to do a little checking on that air pressure or those springs in the back, because he was starting to coming off too. He was wiggling and waving at the crowd.
Now, do these guys got to run a specific air pressure in the tires? That was what I was going to ask.
Yeah, I wish I knew that. I know that in the four-cylinder class that you have to have a 30.
He's asking, do they have to have a certain air pressure in the tire?
I do not know that. It's a good question. I need to find that out.
I would think they would, just to be on the safe side. You got that narrow rim where it flexes more.
Four-cylinder cars do.
That's what the guy on the speaker is asking. And the other guy goes, I don't.
Don, I really don't think you'll try that a second time. So I think that's kind of self-policing, and that they're not like a four-cylinder where they're light. These are big cars that sway by natural driving down the street. So it's a great class to get in, and you know, we're trying to motivate and we're trying to encourage everybody. Chuck was up here showing people in his car, explaining how easy it was to get into Crown Vic racing.
Well, I think Chuck kind of moved up out of the four-cylinder into this thing, if I'm not mistaken. That is the same Chuck Johnson, correct?
Yeah, he still has that four-cylinder on his hip. He ran it last night. But he's fired up about coming here tonight, and obviously he won his heat race.
He did a good job, you know, so the car looks good. But that's what it's all about.
You might have painted that with a brush, Don. I'm not sure. I haven't got that close, but it looked good from the stands.
Man, you got to laugh. I'm sure you were in the auto parts business for a while. You know what a gallon of paint costs these days. So you get in a car, find a nice red at Farm and Home Supply, and save yourself a whole lot of money when you go buy that brush and roller. Put a little harsher in there and go, you know.
Unfortunately, I'm in your area. When I remember, green only costs us $25 a gallon. You spray your car and you got some lacquer in it, and you get a bumper and it's wet sandpaper and you bump it and it'll look like brand new.
Or if you can find the enamel, you didn't have to do all that. Just pour the hard in and go. Let's go, you know. But yeah, that was my background in auto parts. I remember that very well, you know.
And now some of that paint is $700 to $800 a pint.
That's what I've heard, you know.
Ridiculous.
Right.
But a cheap and inexpensive way to get in racing and see if you even like it.
100%.
Before you go to a sportsman bar or you go to a B-mod. I mean, it's a great way to start racing.
And the factory stocks, that's another one. It's thrown me for a loop these last few years. It's just a very good class if you really want to get in to learn yourself. You step up from, we'll say, Crown Vic into a little more speed. And we tried the factory stock quite a bit here over at the Brownstown. So it's another good class to get involved with.
Well, that is a good class. So that goes back to our days of originating and started racing. That was kind of where we started and moving up from. It's another great class that you can learn racing and move up the ladder by being in the factory stock, understanding what the car does, how to drive the car. It's a little bit heavier. Then when you get into something that's a little bit faster, a little bit lighter, it's a little bit easier.
And you got adjustments on that you don't have probably on these Crown Vics. You're not allowed to adjust anything unless you want to cheat it up a little bit. But I'm sure that happens.
I'm sure you never did that, Don. You know, cut a spring here and cut a spring there to make it all work.
No, sir, because when I cut the springs, I tried it with a cutting torch, that doesn't work. You get a couple of races out of it, I spent a whole bunch of money on coil springs, right? Heated it up and cut it, but it didn't take long, it broke.
Well, back in your day of junkyard, it was only $10 a spring.
No, I didn't do that. I was at a water park store, I worked there, so I had a deal. So you know, springs come two at a time back in the day.
Yeah, that's true. Back then they were two at a time.
Yes, sir. So you get that 3/4 or 1 ton spring underneath there and chop it off. And after that, we decided to go ahead and cut them with grinders. So that took all that temper out of them. They didn't break.
Well, you know, you can also just buy a racer spring and throw some fresh paint on it and drive down the rock gravel road, and then when the tech guy comes to look, he looks in there and says, "Oh, that spring's been there for a few years."
100%.
You told me that. I just remember you telling me that. I would have never done it again.
I would put beefier springs in your car than what's supposed to be in there.
Fortunately, they don't run that kind of car anymore, so it doesn't matter what I say anymore.
Eric, see?
I will say this, even when we had the early days of the A-Modified, we found ways to bend the rules, as I shall say.
Yeah, it's never cheating unless you get caught.
100%.
You know, it's innovation until the part that you get caught cheating.
And the sad part, what we were doing was so silly. The tech official come over and climbed under the car for us.
got kind of hot over
magnet
here.
checking stuff on the back of the car. Click, click. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, the cars ain't going.
Duct tape.
Now these guys are out here looking at the track and determining what kind of tires they're
You
going to
got to throw it out real quick.
Okay. I was wondering why they were out there.
DQ and had your leg on your face, and you could have wiped it off and came back the next
They're
week.
going to determine if they need
Well, you
to
know what the funny part is?
grind on a tire, use what they got, get a new tire
So
on,
we knew what was going on there, all right?
Yeah, no,
grade a tire,
no better than have George on your side.
No, no. But, we had a ton of fun. We brought Josh into the racing world.
oh, it's a little
And
scooter.
you can well see how that
Almost got him
has
on the damn wheel.
progressed these days.
Whee!
Yeah, they progress right from the street.
I mean, hey, if you get that, I'd watch a couple laps of that. Why not? A couple wheelchairs
That's true, I
going.
forgot about that.
Sure, why not?
Brownstown and
Might take a
No,
while
let
though.
me go on.
the real estate, so he's like, well, let's try I-55 and see how that works out. And he's done a great job. He put a facelift on this place and brought a lot of excitement with him, and it's great to be part of this group.
Oh, and there again, you know, we're talking the last couple of weeks, we had the Road Outlaws here, the I-55. That was an awesome show.
I'm not a big sprint car fan, but if I'm going to watch the World of Outlaws right here at I-55 Raceway, they get in the traffic, there's a race, somebody sliding somebody from the
100%.
leader all the way to the back.
It is an awesome event. If you've never been here,
Yeah, they were just talking about the
let's just be
Ironman.
prepared to go elbow to elbow with somebody
The
next to
sprint
you.
cars
'cause
that were
There's a ton of people
Yeah.
here, and the
They go,
drivers. They love
they
this place.
pass them guys.
Yeah, that's
Way
their
down.
favorite on their series route.
These guys-
Definitely
this guy's
without a
called
doubt.
the
Carl
305.
Larson's schedule just
The other
hasn't
one,
worked out
it's
for
basically
him to be here, but he was here a couple years and he
Some of
pretty
these
sure
are like
on
half
that
of
one.
the V8.
Oh. We're not starting to sound hearing some rumblings in the
But I
background yet. Nothing
think
to
the
tell
other
the bring
ones are
forward. But there's some possibilities, some more events coming next year that
I want to say
we're looking pretty
3 or something.
encouraging.
It's a bigger class. and I don't
Yeah,
know the
there's
number.
Josh is
Not big in
always.
sprint cars.
Oh, his mind's going
Yeah,
on.
it's going 100 miles an hour. This is a
I've
great
seen
facility.
guys here on the
Everybody
last
in the
lap
country wants to come here and
and
race.
their spots
Like
this.
There's a lot of different
I mean,
series
you're way
reaching
in
down,
front of
trying to touch and
They'll-
talk and trying to make deals.
they
to
have
make
the
it.
wing
So
control,
we don't sit on anybody
and they'll
else's
run the
toes
wing
around
back.
on other racetracks, but that gets tight and that schedule gets tight. So there's a
Because
few
why
things that
not,
we kind of
right?
missed
You
out
already
this
went.
year that it just didn't fit in our schedule for our neighbors too.
Well, you know, next weekend, you want to put the fans on and get late models back here. 29th, we've got with the Mars Late Model Series here with us. It's going to be a well-perceived and very well-expected race next weekend here on the 29th as well.
If you love late models and A mods, this is next
the
week's
main
place
race
to
is
be is here
9,
at
so
I-55.
they're going 9, is that what's going on?
They bring the best drivers around.
It's,
It's
29, so yeah, they'll have every one of these classes, there'll be one big race for each one. And there'll probably be
Kitchen and Perry.
15
Hey,
to
Mods up first tonight.
20 laps.
Hey, Mods, make your way for the lineup, please. Get your way to stadium,
There we
please.
go.
And modifieds.
They're doing laps. The little bikes or whatever. That guy like over there keeps picking up
You know,
little
it's
things.
good. And the following week, Mike, we've got the weekly show coming out on the 5th. We have the 12th, something completely different here.
I know they were saying, hey, the
for
track needs water,
the
but
I-55 Federated Auto Park Race. And you
it's
know
still
what?
pretty moist up here
You know,
on
I live
top.
up a little
Yeah.
bit north of here. And I'm getting
Still,
rumblings
there's
from
still a
people
lot of
there.
bite
Not
up here.
rumblings, actually.
Now, granted,
Excitement for the
it's
big
always
demo
faster
derby here
to
on the 12th of September.
further out here.
Wars is what
But
they call it. They're paying
I
Craig,
don't
our
think the
flagman,
track
has
needs
been
water,
a demo
and it's
follower
pretty, looks like
ever
it's
since
really
I've known him
smooth.
for probably
I've seen this
18
track
years.
so
He knows the best demo drivers, the best area to go,
that
and he tells me
there'll
that
be
this
a
thing is the
holes
best around.
pounds.
Really?
Right, no, I remember that last time.
It's great.
Yeah, you hit that,
The
yeah.
phone's ringing off the hook. We got a lot of great things coming.
You need
We
a
got
helmet on,
action
so you don't
packed.
go.
Demo derby. I think one of the commercials talk about crashing cars,
Some of the
picking
late
up
model
parts, and
guys
parts flying through the air.
A couple of years
Now,
ago, they just quit
Where
racing.
are we going to have it? I mean, obviously, in the
Some out here
infield.
make
Well, we're probably going to have it there to the left of Victory Lane.
they'll
It'll
make
go
a
back
half a race
to
and
over to
break
the
shit
right
because the track's
to
so
the
rough.
forward of our
And
inside
everything's
wall.
expensive to fix.
Yeah.
It's going to be perfect. We're going to juice it up.
I mean, it makes
put
sense.
blood
You're like,
pressure
why-
on
why
it.
am I doing
This is
this?
what
Oh,
I
no.
found out
When I
we were
say
talking about
expensive,
this.
they're
They
like
use
$500 and
bobcats to
$600
push them off the
$500
boats,
and
drag them
$600
out instead of tow trucks.
Gosh.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that at other tracks that I've announced that, but Demo Derby, did you?
I'm not as old as you, so I wouldn't know that, but I'm glad that I should have asked you
I
first.
don't know, what, 6 or 7 months behind me, so yeah, we've got a huge gap there.
But no, that's September 12th here at I-55 Federal Raceway Park. Demolition Derby, the Border Wars. And I'm telling you, the phone is ringing off the hook. These guys are excited about coming. We do have a couple suites available for that night. That call the office here at I-55 and we'll hook you up.
We know it's kind of, I'm sit up here every night for the most part. Now to watch a demo derby here, I think that would be awesome. There's got to be no better way to sit up in these seats and watch a demo derby.
Without a doubt. Matter of fact, my wife went out in your room and had you on the tower. Like we used to in the old days, we had been views from that tower all the time with the sun beating on, the sun going down.
I don't know if I mean, I watched them on TV online and that kind of stuff, but I never actually like been to that one.
All right, Dallin, we'll give it back to you. Thanks for talking about those ground bits and the exciting things here at I-55 Raceway in Federal Park. It's a great time to watch racing here, and appreciate your calling play-by-play. I knew we were going to say, I'm a veteran that you are, correct that. Yeah, the 25th and 26th of October.
Good.
You know, the cool news is they're coming. The World Outlet Miles right here.
He was talking about going down here. We were sitting on the back stretch over there. Once the race is over, go through that way, go through the pit gate, coming down to the inside the track.
The Fall Classic coming up in November again. That was what? Those cars.
We'll watch the modified races over here first. But we want to move over that way.
Josh says,
just wait, maybe they're doing the 4 cylinders or something.
People won't want to stay out, but he's turning the heat up on the good shows these last few months.
He is, but all right. With that, I think we pretty well made everything that we definitely need to hit on. We got sprint car shows coming up this year, so we're going to backtrack again, but we need to forge in. All right, they were bragging about that the other day online, so.
Yeah, the great news is you're getting ready to call the main event for the B&M Auto Body A-Mods right here at I-55. Take it off. Introduce your lineup as they come out.
Let's see. We got a Don that's with us here regularly. You understand? He turned 70 today. I don't have Don's last name, so Don, whichever one of you are, happy birthday today. A regular who was at I-55.
Man, it's a shame we didn't know where Don was. You and I could sing happy birthday to him.
Right. We could have done. We didn't do it by now. But, well, maybe next time somebody will give us Don's last name, or maybe we don't mind saying that kind of thing, and definitely want to know the gentleman's last name. But happy 70th birthday, Don, here from us all, from all of us here at the I-55 Federal Auto Park Raceway Park. Hey, staging, please. Hey, modifieds to staging.
That means that there's an A modified that are dragging their feet, and they're like, hey, you guys are, hey. What?
Yeah.
I'm like, because I think there's supposed to be more than 3.
It's probably going to be about 25.
That's why I'm like, where is the...
Sometimes when you're on a, they start dragging their feet too much. you're on the clock, you got 5 minutes. You're on your clock, you got 3 minutes to be out of here. After that, it's a no-show.
I mean, they've called them twice now. And the only ones that showed up after the first one was these three.
And they're the ones who was running the Let me tell you something. It's hot inside your car. You can race in your fire suit
Yeah.
and a helmet on and gloves. It's hot. Some of you guys will actually have, they'll have a fan, like a Cup cover suit. It comes in and snaps their helmet and blows air around them so they can. The sides, and then it goes through a filter because the sides get some kind of air, so they're not breathing all the alcohol.
So you said this is going to be 20 laps?
This could be a 20 lap. We'll look up there.
Yeah.
Most of these will be 20 laps. Super late models is normally 25.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready?
We'll see if my phone can last that long. We'll find out. I'm at 41%. It started at 87. Because there's really only like 3 races left, right?
There's one.
There's 4. Oh. Okay.
6.
Oh, okay.
Okay. You'll have A modified. You'll have C modified. You have the micro modified. You have the sprint cars. You'll have one of these 4-cylinder cars. And then they might have the last crown motorcycle.
Which, I mean, there's only 2. But yeah.
That's probably going to be a 10 lap or 12 lap.
I'm sure they're probably going to do them because it seems like they're really pushing that, trying to get people interested.
Yeah, right.
Which, I mean, there's one more class, and if you get enough people interested, more money.
Sometimes in places like that, you're only going to pay for the payout might be a trophy. Like one of these are 4-cylinder cars, I think they're only a trophy.
Okay.
They don't pay back. But these guys pay back. They're probably like $1,200 to win for first place.
How much each of these put in to get me in here?
What do you mean, for their entrance fee?
Yeah, the entrance fee.
That's their pit pass.
Oh, okay.
Okay? They don't have an entrance fee other than the pit pass.
He's dead. His car is dead. Oh, there he goes. Oh, and there's the tow. I was like,
many in here as I thought there was. There's only like 17 cars. That's why they're starting them all. Normally they don't like starting any more than max 24 in a feature. 17 ain't nothing.
There she goes. That purple one is just starting to turn. That one didn't sound as good as the other vehicles passing by. Almost sounded like it was missing. So close. Last lap.
Now they're all in the back. Sometimes the best place to be is in the top 10. Very, very loud. Those guys right in the middle. Yeah.
talking about the mountain starting on this side. Especially anybody that started going up high.
Sometimes it gets so bad that it's going to actually come to the other system, and they're getting like it's the whole car. Those drivers get pissed and
They ain't worth it. Yeah, 1,500, 2,200, whatever the pocket is.
Yeah, but
it isn't worth
$1,500 to fix the car.
Right.
Now, this is the part that really, really sucks. If you had a hard tire on,
It's pulled off, right?
Pulled off, it glazes over, and it's like stiff, and it don't hold traction anymore. So you're trying to screw up back on the tire.
And that's why they're going. Yeah.
They're trying to get back in the tires.
Wonder why they're not able to move that car.
It might be waiting for him to get past and catch his spot up. They try to run around and catch us.
Oh.
Let him pass and go through that line.
Hey, maybe that helps you out. 16, a little phenom for your fault. Getting the tow truck here and tow truck for that young man. Way down to the scales. Picking up the win here with us tonight. Again, we're still waiting on winner. A man out of Montgomery City, Missouri. There he is. Provost Race Engine.
Daryl Dodge used to race it. He used to race, and Daryl and him used to get in some fights too.
Yeah.
Up in Montgomery, because that's where I used to race.
Wilson's Hot Rod Shop, on-site shop and auto.
Sportsman up there. Him and Daryl tangle a lot.
Picking up the win with us here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, climbing out of the car, put your hands together for Chris Spaulding. Let's start with that flag there first, my friend. Buddy, I seen you talking online the other day a little bit, and I did comment in there, which I don't do that very often, but I've been watching you kind of continue to improve and improve. Not just here, but all over where you race. I was down in Florida and seen you race. You did well down there. And now, finally, here you go, winding up in Victory Lane with us here at the I-55 Federated Auto Parts Raceway Park. Here, let's make this official. There you go.
A little late, but that's all right.
All right, we'll get there.
Yeah, man, Trev was, if we wouldn't have had any cautions, honestly, he was checked out in the field, and congrats to them. They're a hard-working crew, and they just work just as much as anybody, but we just had everything all right. It wasn't fast all night, so we were super worried all night. We made a couple changes, and we wound up here.
And again, I've seen this car continue to improve. I don't know if it's just the Elite chassis that's doing it for you or just getting used to it, but you've got this thing hooked up.
All these people back here, that guy there, Jolly, he bought me a new left rear tire. He said, let's go get him. So it worked out. I appreciate it. Everybody else on this car too. I mean, and if you guys think that going to dinner and the movie's expensive, you ought to try one of these sometime. It's terrible, but it sure is fun. So.
It's not bad if you say it fast.
It's expensive.
You know? Right. But you know what? Hey, thanks, man. I know you do the nib removal type stuff, so congratulations on a big win here with us tonight.
Yeah, I definitely need to thank all these people. C33 Motors, Tighten Up Construction, Jolly Rancher Farms, Blackburn Graphics, Action Hydraulics, Hovis Racing Engines. Thing runs, I mean, it's the best engine I've ever had, and we're doing a raffle on one if anybody wants to get in on that. Elite Chassis, Allgaier Performance, Hot Rods Wilson Shop, On-Site Shop and Auto Supply. I mean, Bikes Automotive, everybody that helps out on this thing, it takes an army.
Certainly does. Here tonight, one other thing, you're going to get to go sign his flag and give that flag away to one of the kids up there here momentarily.
Hey kids, when you grow up, don't forget to thank your family. I always get in trouble for that. To your face.
All right, kids, you make a little noise.
Yeah, I see him on the shoulder.
Get that flag up to one of you fine little kids up there in a moment. Oh, listen to them begging up there. All right, for all those interested, for $304 in the 50-50 tonight, ticket number 575-510. 575-510. Pick it up at the souvenir stand, I believe, right? All right. Again, Chris, congratulations on a great job with us here tonight.
Yeah, no, drop it a bit closer. Coming out of the dirt.
Oh, the other one's
Put your finger out. Let him grab
look,
on
this is crazy. The other one's crawling on the wall. You're trying to get Oh no, let's chill.
Who you got?
Come from out on the bleacher right there.
No, how are they gonna die? How are they gonna die?
Oh, here comes the
Started. Oh, these guys need to push. All these guys. How about that coach?
Well, the ones in Cooper's Cup flipped over on top of the other one, so we had to let him
Ladies and gentlemen, coming on to the speedway now is going to be the main event for the IMCA Race 7305 Sprint Cars. Here's your starting lineup, starting on the inside of row number 1 out of Farmington, Missouri. 47K, it'll be Brady King. Outside of him on the 8S car out of Farmington, Missouri as well, that's going to be Steve Short. Inside row number 2 out of St. Louis, Missouri. The number 70 car, Pete Palazzolo. Outside of him in a 67B out of Taylorsville, Kentucky, that'll be Dylan Baldwin. Number 3 on the inside, in the 83 machine out of Terre Haute, Indiana, that's going to be Carson Dillon. Outside of him, the number 94 car.
Really want to race.
It's going to be Jordan Clary.
You can imagine there's not another track between there and here.
That'll be Matt Fair.
I don't know if you didn't have an I-55 Raceway. Video game racing.
Oh, is it? I didn't realize that. So there's other tracks, but not this caliber. For these types of cars.
This is a 3rd mile track. Those other tracks are a quarter.
Once again, the field being led by the
Slightly bigger than that. It's a half mile track.
Motorsports coaches and trailers. Welcome, wave up. Maybe these drivers here, let them know. Checking them out over here. They're getting ready to put on a good show for you. The yellow light has been turned out, so we're getting ready to turn loose again in turn 4. Really good start zone. Just give me that flag. turn number 2. With 7 laps in the books, 13 to go. Like the 47 car from Brady King turned it sideways. Oh, it's cruised. Number 2 pushes up on the way. Alright, we're going to try a little different approach. Then we put the sprint cars up to the high side, get up and around them. Definitely not want to have to shut these things off. We don't have to. That was close. machine. Again, Jordan Clary's running in the number 2 spot. Carson Dillon in 3rd. Pete Laszlo running in that 4th spot. Matt Fair in 5th. Brady King, he'll join the tail end of the field and get the fire under the hood once again. Signal out of the black staying here with us tonight. With 7 laps in the book, 7 to go. And this is the IMCA Race Saver 305 sprint cars. Again, you're into the sprint cars, and this is what you want to do, is a good entry level class. Fortunately, here's the racetrack. Bring you folks into of the car. Good run here tonight. Young man out of Edwardsville, Illinois. Picking up the win here in the 305 Race Saver. Tim Clary Trucking. Ladies and gentlemen, he climbs out. Well, hold on, Jordan. Don't you need a wing to do that, buddy, or a flag? Hey, Jordan.
Yeah. There you go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, 305 Race Saver Sprint Car winner, Jordan Clary. I think he's got a whole bunch of happy fans down here tonight, man. Keeping that Clary name in the, first off, have one of the kids hold that.
About one of those things.
I tell you what, now I don't know, I'm trying to remember back in the quarter midget days. Did you start the quarter midgets up the old Bunker Hill racetrack? And I think I seen Mark and them up there a couple hundred years ago in the quarter midget track at the old Bunker Hill, right? Now, to watch you kids all grow up and learn to do more, and here you are in a daggone sprint car, winding up in victory lane with us at I-55, buddy. Congratulations, man.
Thank you. Yeah. Everyone, thank you for coming out. This is our second night in the sprint car. We ended up fourth at Benton last week, and it's just it's a fun class. I'm really excited to join it. This is my second time in it. Look forward to a bunch more nights. I appreciate Brad Warner. He's really trying to put together a great class. And this is actually one of his old cars, and I don't know shit about it. So luckily, I stayed. I got arm pump there at the end. I was getting tired, man. I was waiting for that damn checker flag. When I seen him peek his nose in there, I just thought I went to the bottom, and I was either going to put it in the fence or I was going to win it. So.
Well, and I seen you kind of bobble up there in turn 1 and 2. Then let him, Carson, kind of dive underneath you there, and I thought, uh-oh. You come battling right back and did an awesome job. Again, my friend, say thanks and got here. You know how important it is, buddy.
Thank you. Thank you guys all for coming out. I appreciate it.
All right, we got to do one more thing here. Give it one of the kids. First win in the 305 sprint car here at the I-55 Raceway Park. The second time in it. There you go, kids. But an awesome feeling that has to be for that young man here tonight, picking up his first ever win in his second. Get out. Right here with us here and
That's a lot of cars. I was just thinking that. I was like, that's a lot of cars. That's gonna be a lot of accidents. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 28 cars. Yep. Anything over, what'd you say, 22?
24 is like a lot.
Yeah?
22 is kind of normal.
Yeah?
28 is like...
There is going to be accidents. It's a physics game now. There's too much metal out there.
Burnsville, Missouri in a 15B, that's going to be Matt Mercado. Number 2 on the inside, going to be the 3 out of St. Louis, Missouri, Brian Vincent. Outside of him, the number 71 car from High Ridge, Missouri, going to be Joel Fortberg.
High Ridge, Missouri.
3 on the inside. Luke Smith, another one at 25.
The guy at the post office.
Kyle Helmick outside of him. Here
the guy at the post office.
Oh, no, he raced. That's
4 on the inside.
another one up against the wall over there? Yeah, yeah, I see it.
It's a quick restart. Not hit a lap completed in that one. at 1 point. Harris is second. Mercado third. Burke fourth. Vincent. Prescott, Rudy.
Hey, let the next guy up. Hey, do that. I figured it was something like that. Like, there's no way they remember where the hell.
Single file.
Still 11 laps down.
Now, is there an amount if it happens to you like 2 times, 3 times, whatever? 2
times you're out.
Yeah, okay.
Making the box for Hamlin going crown. Running up front next to the 15 car. Harris gets the high side. Mercado goes to the bottom. Outside, Vincent to the inside.
Well, I was already at that. What if it's not your fault? You caused the
Caution is on you.
It doesn't matter. You got to do. Okay.
5 minutes, Jim to go. Still, AJ Klein, Ray Harris, Bill Forsberg, Matt Mercado. Gabriel Jones running in that 6th spot.
one was involved with the first one. But I got you.
And if two guys get together and they stop, they're both going to back. Two guys get together and one spins out and the other one don't, it gets the spot back.
Yeah.
We've got 6 laps remaining in this. John's now sitting in the number 2 spot. Ray Harris is 3rd. Joel Ortberg is 4th. Matt Mercado in 5th. Chad Prescott is in 6th. Ryan Dixon in 7th. Matt Edler in 8th. Joe Liddy in 9th. Blake Carroll in 10th. Josh Owens in 11th. Logan Dockery in 12th. Zach Emo in 13th. January 14th. Austin C. Clock Daniel.
Like you're pushing on the side panel, but I guess that's what he had.
Still getting the 55 car pushing away over the
Not the truck driver.
Yeah. four just jumped out. One went that way and one went in the pit. Like he drove himself out.
There's four. Chad Prescott is fifth. Give me one of these cars. Win the main event tonight. down here. He said, I'm getting here in the scale, so I'm doing good.
Oh, oops, yeah. He got a little ahead of himself. Right? Because you gotta do the scale.
Feature winner,
You gotta do the
you're
scale.
gonna take the money shot. You better go across and get validated. You're pull up the top. All right, waiting on.
All right, that's good news.
There's your buddy again, right?
Scale, so
70.
You're gonna join us out here on the front straightaway.
Okay. You said Craddock, I wasn't even thinking that. Okay.
Down here. Got Trev Jacoby here to my right. He's about to cry. He said, "Back alley," he said, "It's been all week helping AJ with that car, and AJ winds up here in victory lane, so it'll make you proud."
I'm telling you right now, AJ brought that car over. He's been struggling. I found so many things wrong with it, and we got it right. I'll tell you what, we're about to have a beer match here. He doesn't know it.
All right, let me move around a little bit. Ladies and gentlemen, climbing out of the car, picking up the win tonight, AJ Klein. AJ, buddy.
So what's
What
the
are we
difference
doing here,
between this
man?
fuel and the other one is this? Because these smell
Thing
different.
hooked and hooked, man.
These are running off, like, some of these are run off of E85.
Okay.
Okay?
I'm like, I smell different.
Like a little bit of alcohol.
Yeah.
Some are racing. Some are run off of 106 octane race fuel.
Okay.
Not pump gas.
Undoubtedly, of course, Shane, Gary, and Shane out here to cheer you on a little more. They're off gallivanting around the country somewhere. How about that? But still, man, you did an awesome job. You kept this thing down on the pole, and you had Harris up there digging hard, and you did it.
I see Trey. Trey's no slouch. He knows how to get around this place. And the fact, to run with door to door with somebody you've been watching win a ton, it makes it that much better. Plenty of room, and he never got the piece.
The thing is, when you make
It
feature
looked good
race,
from where I was standing there.
you get
Thanks to all the sponsors, man. Obviously, that makes it happen for everybody,
you
AJ.
don't make any money racing until you make the feature.
I know everything to these guys.
Make you go
was flipped and
like
thrown in the dumpster, and we took it to
it used to be $50 to make the show for any modified.
They
It's
made it better.
$30 to make the
Bill,
show
A1
for
towing, having honor year, Lone Sun, DRI, Big Stickies, exclusive designs, classic towing, they buy junk cars.
Make the show. And then once you start
You did
getting
it.
past spot
You did a good job.
10, 11, somewhere in there, less than 12,
Take that flag,
how
sign
many
it.
cars are
You give it to one of these kids up there on the front straightaway, AJ.
Pot. The E-Mod used to be $350 to win.
Give me the
They
pin.
modified it.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner tonight, P1 main event, AJ Klein.
One of the biggest reasons why he jumped about his minors towing on his car because his daughter is not their minor.
Oh. Okay. We're gonna co-sponsor. Let's go.
And I told you that before that his other daughter. Talk about that today.
King Machine. Outside of him, the 00 to be Lee Stupi. Row number 2 on the inside, the 29 car, that'll be Jeff LeBlanc. Outside of him, the number 5, that'll be Bennett Swirl. Inside of row number 3 in the 5D, that'll be Chuck Davis. Outside in the P70 car, it's going to be Jerry Radiker. Inside of row number 4 in the 21N, it'll be Mike Newton. Outside of him in the 20D, it'll be Andrew Jr. So that's your starting lineup for the main event here. Max Signer Automotive Sportsman. Well, looks like AJ might need a little push. Get him moving here. Car gets a little touchy when they get that much heat in them, so they'll find you, AJ, trust me. There you go. $15 laps will be the distance here in the Max Signer Automotive Sportsman for this tonight. What the Lee Stupi is sitting up on the outside of the front row. One of the young guns, Grip off. Starting to make his presence known in the Sportsman. The kid in years to come, we're going to keep an eye on him and he's going to do very well. And they lead the field. Down into turn number 3 for the 15-lap main event for the Max Signer Automotive Sportsman. Chuck
I get him there off that last corner. Kept down, man.
Picking up another win here at the I-55 Federated Auto Parts Raceway Park. He didn't handle him this finally. Oh, I know.